How was everybody? Good to see you guys. Okay. Hold on a second. I just realized that with all of the changes that Facebook is making, I can't see your comments on Be Live TV, which is the platform that I'm broadcasting from now. So I am going to go over to, hold on a second, of course, because I can't see. I'm going to go over to Clever Marketers and open the chat there so that I can see who's commenting. If you would, please, oh, wrong one. Please say hi in the comments. I see it's probably good enough. That must be somebody from my mastermind, from the Top Producer Mastermind. That's one of my very favorite things. There I am. Hey, Meryl. Okay, then I'll be able to see the comments. Awesome. Turn my volume down here. Hey, everybody. Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Meryl. Hey, Angie. Let's see. Turn myself off here. Why can't I do that? Hey, from Idaho. Good to have you here. I can see your comments here. So super excited to be here with you guys tonight. I am all about bringing some value. And I'm going to be talking about something tonight that I am super passionate about. The members of the Clever Girl Playbook, this is actually the topic of this month, is automating your follow-ups. And so just hold a second. Let me make sure that I'm all in alignment here and that everything is going. You know, I got my hair colored yesterday and I had her put blue in, but it turned kind of green. Really no understanding about why that happened. But I'm going to be talking about automated follow-up systems today. And this is something that I am like crazy passionate about. There's an expression out there that that I used on our last masterclass, and that's small hinges can swing big doors. And automating your follow-up and having systems, of course, systems give us freedom, can absolutely swing huge doors in our business. And it's swung huge doors in my business. So a couple of things that I want to say at the beginning of our time together. Most people, I'm looking for a notebook. Oh, here I have one right in front of me. Most people, sadly, run their businesses, especially network marketers and direct salespeople, from a notebook. And while I use a notebook, there is never, ever, or rarely ever a prospect's information in my notebook. I'm not going to be running my business on pieces of paper. I'm not going to allow anything to get in the way between me and ranking up, making more money, and spending more time with the people that I love most in the world. So in the chat, if you would, if you're running your business and using any kind of automation to follow up with your prospects, say yes. I'd like to hear about what you do. I'm going to take this agenda thing off. Whoops, here, hide. Okay, good. And if you're running it on paper, fess up, because that's okay, because that's what most of us are told to do, and that's all right. But hey, Mike, hey, Jan, that's fine, but it is the least efficient way to run your business. Moreover, a lot of things can happen that can leak leads, sales, money, your future from the bucket of your business, the bottom of the bucket of your business. I look at, many times I look at my business as filling up a bucket. Actually, I'm going to talk about a tree in a second, but I'm super passionate about not having this problem in the way of my business. So just think about it this way. Has this ever happened for you? You run into somebody along the way. Maybe you're kicking it old school and you're talking to people within 3 feet of you, there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. But you meet somebody at a party, you meet somebody at Costco, and you meet somebody, somebody introduces you, and you get to a place where it's totally cool to pitch your business, right? And so you pitch your business or you pitch your products, and they don't bite right then, right? And so you follow up with them a couple of times, and then it gets kind of weird, right? Like this person wasn't really a friend of mine, and wouldn't it be weird for me to call them up again a month later or 2 months later or 3 months later? I don't know about you, but for many years, if I didn't call my mom or something like that on a Sunday, and then I didn't call her like till Wednesday or even the following Sunday, it got harder and harder and harder to pick up the phone to call my mom. Well, it's exactly, or if not worse, with prospects, right? Think about that, guys. Have you ever let a prospect go because you just felt weird following up with them again? Let me know in the chat box if that's ever happened to you. I will say yes, it's totally happened to me long ago in the past before I automated my follow-up system. Let me know in the chat. I'll let you know that Ronnie, Mike, Deanne. I know it's happened to Deanne on occasion. It just gets weird, right? To call that person a month or 2 months or 3 months later. Well, I'm going to share a quick PowerPoint with you guys because I want to show you how I look. I'm just going to tell you this part. I look at my prospects. Now think about your prospects. When you meet them, or they meet you, or they run into you online, or they respond to something on Facebook, or you're full on automated your marketing and you're doing some amazing online marketing, your prospects are not always ready. As a matter of fact, I'm going to talk about the statistics on this. They're just not ready 99.9% of the time that they run up against you and your opportunity. They're just not. And I look at my prospects as I'm bringing my prospects into my marketing tree. And my marketing tree is a tree that it's like a fruit tree that has all of my prospects on the branches. And Joe might come in and become a fruit on my tree, to use this analogy. He might come in because one day he's just always wanted to be an entrepreneur. And he wants to quit his job, but he hasn't found the place in his life where he's ready to make that bold move. Or it could be Joni, who decided that she wants to get married someday and have kids and wants to be able to have a second income so that she can contribute to the family. But she's not ready yet. Or it could be someone like me once that had a bad day at work, and then a couple bad days at work, and maybe a week of bad days at work. And then I'm like, oh, I better look, or, my company might merge, or this might happen. I better look for something else. Comes into your universe or my universe, becomes a fruit on that tree, and then everything gets better, right? People don't like to change, and they don't like to bring in new things unless they are ready. And most people aren't going to be ready when you're ready or when they meet you. So if you're not continually following up with them all the time in a non-salesy, weirdo way, in a professional way, then you're not going to be first of mind when that person does get laid off, when that person does have their babies, when that person finally is ready to make that big, bold move. And your job as a network marketer, direct salesperson, entrepreneur, is to go to your marketing tree and shake it. Those that are members of my Top Producer Academy, Clever Girl Playbook, or my Top Producer Mastermind know that I am big, huge on consistently over and over and over going to my marketing tree. My responsibility is just to go and shake it. And I'm going to show you how I do that today. And I'll tell you, this has happened to me over and over and over and over and over again. Someone has been on my automatic follow-up system for years. And as a matter of fact, not too about 6 or 8 months ago, I got a call from a guy that I had sent probably in 2010. I had sent one of those wish you were here emails from Hawaii with my husband and I. He had saved that thing. And then he had read our emails for years and years and years that I had sent over and over and over again, consistently over and over and over again, because sending an email isn't a salesy weirdo thing. Your company and you have tons of things you can talk about in follow-up emails. As a matter of fact, your company floods you with information, news, updates all the time. So there's never any shortage of things to say in your follow-up. Plus, you can always send, your prospects are wondering if you're real. You need to develop the know, like, and trust factor. So if you send a wish you were here from Hawaii, right, that's something that's going to catch in there, and they're going to notice that. So this dude had received, when we were with, I think some of you that are on this, we were with a company called Liberty League International. My husband and I, we sent an email from Hawaii from one of the conferences saying, wish you were here. Years later, this guy calls up and he said, I've been reading your emails. As a matter of fact, I got your email, wish you were here from Hawaii in whatever year that was, and I'm ready to get started. I've been watching you. And guys, that's happened over and over and over again. Why? Simply because we set up an automated follow-up system so that every time anything that I have to say or any update or anything, I can follow up through an email, and that those people that are serious and know that someday that they're going to ripen, they're going to fall through the crack, fall down right into my fruit harvester, and I'll be the person there that'll be able to take that. So think about this. Over years and years and years, have you allowed leads just to filter out of the bottom of your bucket? What if you had a way to follow up with them without having to feel like a salesy weirdo? Hold on a second, my phone is ringing. Who said we were there? Is that Ronnie and George? Let's see who has said we were there. We were there, Ronnie. I knew you would like that. So I'm going to share a quick PowerPoint real quick so that I stay on track, because I don't want to be long today. So hold on a second. How do I do that? Hold on a second. Oh yeah, there we go. Share my screen. Hold on one sec. Sometimes this happens. It doesn't recognize my, there we go. It's there. Awesome. So there we go. Woo-hoo. I wonder if I can move me. Nope, I can't move me. So we're going to talk about, I'm really going to hammer it in, guys. This is something you should be doing in your business, and it isn't hard to set up. And if you use it, it's going to pay you over and over and over again. So again, I think of my prospects as this tree with fruit on it. And my job and your job as a marketer is simply to continually shake the tree every few days to see who's ripe. Remember, your prospects are watching you. Your family's watching you, and of course, you're watching you. So why is this important? Well, I want you to pay attention to some statistics. Some of these are older. They're all new statistics, but some of them you've seen before. But I want you to really get this. 48% of anybody that's in any kind of sales capacity never follows up with their prospects. So guess how you can stand out and follow simply by following up with your prospect, right? 48% of the people never do. This number always shocked me. I'm like, are you kidding me? You generate a lead or somebody that's interested in what you have, and almost half of you don't even follow up with them. That is shocking, but it is a fact. 25% of you make a second contact and then stop. So it's the person that maybe you met at your book club and they said, oh, maybe I'm interested, and you followed up with them 1 or 2 times and then you stopped. And that's just human nature. 12% make 3 contacts and stop. And only 10% of individuals out there that own businesses that are responsible for making sales make more than 3 contacts. 10%. Now, my question to you, is this you? Is this you? If it is, don't worry about it. We're going to help you fix that tonight or today. So this gets even more important. So remember our 48% here? Let's see if we can go back there. 48% here. Well, only 2% of sales are made on the first contact. 3% of sales are made on the second contact. 3%. So if 100 people you meet or 100 leads you generate or 100 people come into your circle of influence, only 3, if you contacted them twice, are going to buy anything from you. 5% are made on the third contact. Only 10%. So 1 out of 10 after 4 contacts. And remember, less than however many percent of you, what was it? Only 10% of people are making more than 4 contacts. And check this out. 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. And guys, it's even worse because internet sales stats are more than 18 follow-ups. So how many of you manually are following up with somebody 18 times? Probably not. Certainly not if you don't have an automated email follow-up system set up for yourself. This is crazy pants. Crazy pants. Now, here's the thing. I have followed up with 100% of my prospects over the past 14, well, since I set up the automated process, that was probably in 2007, 2008. So it's been 10 or 11, maybe 12 years at this point. All of my prospects, 100% of them go into my automated follow-up system. And then I follow up with them until they go away or tell me to stop, right? And the only reason that one of the big reasons why my husband and I have been able to rocket to the top of so many compensation plans is simply because we have that built. We have that built and we've been consistent over years and years and years. And that has been able to help us rocket to the top of those comp plan. All of it is automated. So those of you that have followed me for a while, I know that I have this thing called the a 4-step no selling sales system. I'm not going to sell you this tonight. This is nothing. I just is a demonstration of of the system. And again, systems give you freedom of the system that I use. And so I attract prospects utilizing and leveraging the internet. There's 1,000,001 ways to do that. I capture those leads in my automated follow-up system, and then I build a relationship with that person. Now, I'm building a relationship similar to the way somebody would build it in a one-to-one situation or in your local area, but I'm doing it online via email or my messenger bots, which we covered a couple months ago. And then by building that relationship, that converts that person to cash. So we're talking here about building relationships, and that's all about automatically following up. So there's a couple of things that I can recommend to you guys. Hold on a second. Let me go back to me. Hold on a second. Me. X. There we go. Okay, so there's a couple of things that you can do. There are a couple of there are 3 big tools that you can look at using. One is called AWeber. Another one is, and if your company has an automated follow-up system, awesome. Make sure that you're putting every single prospect you run into it. Because if they're on a piece of paper, I guarantee you, you're going to feel like a stalker if you're following up with that person 18, 20 times when you know that it's going to take that long. But if you're doing it through email, that person's not going to say, what the hell is this person calling me for all the time? I'm not ready, right? That you don't know when that person's going to ripen and they're going to be ready to make a move. But you want to be the person that they think of when they are. So I've recommended a couple of tools out there. There's one that I've been using forever called AWeber. Another tool is Get Response. That's another good one. One that is really popular, but I am hesitant to recommend to you is a tool called MailChimp. The reason why I'm hesitant about recommending MailChimp to you is simply because I've had a couple people, one person in particular, in my top producer mastermind get just kicked out because they don't like network marketers. So AWeber, Get Response are really good choices. They're really inexpensive, and it's just a tool that you can use to constantly stay top of mind with your prospects. Now, what do you say in your emails? Well, the first few emails, super easy. You want to have tell them who you are, right? Thank them for requesting information and tell them what you're going to be sending. And so all I do is I tell them that I'm going to be sending tips, tricks, news, and things and ways to make money online, ways to make money from a residual income, etc. And then I get going. I just want to make sure if there are any questions at all, guys, make sure you put them in the chat. And if you're watching this on replay, Yay, good for you. If you will put your questions in the chat, I will definitely come back and answer them. So, question for you. If you would any of you like a full-on training on how this works? If you do, give me a one, a thumbs up, a heart, whatever it is, because I actually have one. So in this month's Clever Girl Playbook, I dove deep into exactly how to build out your automated follow-up system. I'm super excited to be able to provide this training. In future months, we're going to have in-depth training on how to write effective emails. Just so you know, if you haven't heard of Clever Girl Playbook is a monthly subscription program where I've literally poured some very valuable courses into the playbook. We've done, let me look, we've done how to build out your Facebook page to attract leads and sales into your business, how to run promotions to have a flurry of leads and sales into your business. As a matter of fact, I run promotions, and that's when, 111, thank you. That's when I've made the most money. In September, oh my gosh, over the summer, let me just say this. Over the summer, I found out about this guy who was a fairly newbie guy. I think he's an Air Force captain, and he was new to the home-based business industry, but he started generating since last January, a year ago, over 3,000 leads a month on YouTube. I mean, that's just a giant number. So I had to track him down and find out exactly how he did it. And I taught you that game changer. That whole course is in Clever Girl Playbook last September. October was how to use Facebook groups to build your business. November was the most popular one so far, and that's how to use messenger bots, which many of you received a message from my bot today telling you to come here. And January, I don't remember what December was. Anybody remember what December was off the top of my head? Can't remember. And January is automating your follow-up. Clever Girl Playbook is my baby. I have it, designed it to help not only people that are just starting out and marketing their businesses, but people also that are further along and are looking to add additional knowledge about what's going on in social media and additional techniques and the cutting edge stuff that's happening right now. So we've got some really good, awesome things that are happening coming up in the next few months. First of all, Clever Girl Playbook is adding the ability to have accountability partners in February. So you'll be able to apply for an accountability partner. We'll do our best to match somebody to you that is in the same place in their business and their knowledge and their evolution of online marketing and does something similar to you in network marketing, direct sales, entrepreneurship. So if you're a coach, we'll try to match you with a coach. If you're a direct sales professional, we'll try to match you with a direct sales professional. If you're just starting out, etc. And that's coming up. Please save the date. Those of you that are members of Clever Girl Playbook get a free ticket to the upcoming Top Producer Academy Live, which is May 3rd, 4th, and 5th in Palm Springs, California. And there's just so much happening. We're just pouring so much value in there. A couple other things that are on the to-do list is meditation for network marketers. All these courses, all this value is just added. It's nothing more. Some of those courses are worth almost $1,000 each. Some of them are worth about $497. I've seen other marketers out there that are selling the exact same YouTube information that I have from our YouTube marketing course for $997. And all of that is there for free. Who likes that? Well, not free. It's there for $47 a month. And I also, just so you guys know, I just threw in as a bonus, and I would encourage you definitely to get in and buy, because I know for sure I'm going to be raising the price. I added as a bonus the masterclass that was finished last weekend. Yeah, I think meditation is good. The masterclass that I did last weekend about creating a plan so that you can create the best year of your life is also in there with workbooks, the high performance questions that I ask myself in the morning and the evening and every month, the template that I use for my calendar, all of that stuff is in there as another bonus to help you on your journey to making more money, ranking up in your company, and spending the more time with the people you love the most. And I just want to say, who said something about meditation? Who is that? Oh, Josette. So I had the meditation idea a couple weeks ago. And the reason that I thought of it is that, guess what? I was meditating, and I was meditating on you guys. I was trying to figure out how I can serve you guys in the best possible way. And I was thinking about, okay, so on my journey, what were the things that I faced along the way? Like, you know, obviously many of you heard some of my story. I mean, there were some huge ups and huge downs and fantastic accomplishments, and then things that happened, you know, just the regular life of an entrepreneur. And I was trying to think of like what helped me accelerate and move forward fast. And one of the things that we all face is that we all have limiting beliefs. We just do. And, you know, whether it's that you just, oh my gosh, what about prospecting? Or I don't like to do lead generation, or all of us are on our journey to becoming more and more powerful leaders, right? You must be that leader before anybody's going to get started with you in your business. So what did I do? Like, what are the things that I did along the way? And one of them was meditating with a certain affirmation that I had in my head. One thing that I did is I kept saying, I am a master prospector, over and over and over and over again. Well, what if you could have a meditation that helped you skip ahead, right? Maybe you didn't have to remember an affirmation every morning. All you needed to do was on your way to work, well, maybe not in the car, but maybe you're on the train or something, is listen to a meditation that, you know, I'm a big believer in killing two birds with one stone, that helps you relax, but also imprinted the information that you required to go to the next level in your life. So I'm working with some professionals on that because I'm not a meditation professional. I'm working with some meditation professionals, but I am a professional at peak performance in the network marketing, direct sales, entrepreneur industry. So we're combining our skill set into something moving forward that will be part of Clever Girl Playbook. So every month, it just keeps getting better and better and better. Right now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 high-level courses. I call them game changers. 8 game changers. 8 for $47 plus the bonuses and the mastermind. So I really encourage anybody that's listening to my voice, if you are not in Clever Girl Playbook yet, get in. What you waiting for? It's probably the best value that, if I must say so myself, I'm just going to be straight out with this. I believe it's the very best value for $47 that you'll ever get. My education cost me tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. So there's my salesy weirdo-ness. Get your automated follow-up system taken care of, whether or not you join Clever Girl Playbook and go through the entire course on how to set it up, or you just get Aweber, GetResponse, or MailChimp yourself and figure it out. Get that done, because that is that small hinge that opens or shuts a huge door in your business. Any questions at all, guys? Big love from me to you. Ronnie, hey Sheila, good to see you. I saw you on Facebook Live the other day and you were looking beautiful. Hey Guy, good to see you. Deanne, Ronnie, Jan, Mike Ward, hello, hello, Paula. Oh, Paula was before this. All right, guys, big love from me to you. Please do yourself a favor, no matter whether you join Clever Girl Playbook and learn how to set it up completely there in a day, or you go to a company like Aweber, GetResponse, MailChimp, whatever it is, and get it set up and use it. Because I am going to assume that you plan to be in business for a long time. And you might be thinking, well, it's too late for me. Listen, if you want to grow, what is the story? If you want to grow a 50-foot tree in your backyard, The best time to have planted that would have been 8 years ago or 10 years ago when I started. But the second best time to plant that is right now. And if you have the opportunity then to follow up just by broadcasting to your list of prospects every week or every 2 weeks, company information and information about you and your family, updates, promotional information, that's really easy. It's super easy to knock out a quick email or send someone a picture or a video and get that information out there so that when your prospects are ready to go, and maybe they've just needed to trust that you're going to be there, developing that trust simply by corresponding with them on a consistent basis, you are going to be the one they pick because you're the one that they trust. So big love from me to you. I'm going to go have some dinner, guys. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for your time.